to make the whole page look a tad bit nicer, or should I use everyone's favorite word, pretty aesthetic. Hi everybody, today in this video I wanted to do something a bit different in this channel. Actually, it's not kind of different, everyone's doing it. So yeah, I kind of forgot that I'm an actual StudyTube channel, and as a StudyTube channel, it is required by law that I show you my Notion page as per my blood contract with the demons of Selza. Okay, I'm just exaggerating. I generally use Notion. Notion, sponsor me, please. I mainly use Notion to essentially organize my life and thoughts digitally. It's a great place for me to take down notes and to lay down the thoughts that are rampant in my caveman brain. Hashtag ooga booga boo. Hi, this is Kai Notebook, and here's a little tour on my Notion setup as a high school student. I divided my Notion into three main sections: my homepage, my academics page, and my YouTube page. First, let's dive into my homepage. My homepage is practically dedicated for everything outside my studies. As you can see, I wanted the theme to be a bit blue, so I decided that it was to be so. I don't know what I just said. I also put this little cute cat thingy, gif, picture, whatever the name is, okay. Okay, shut up, it's cute. Scrolling down, as you can see, it's pretty minimalistic. Couple of pictures, oh, wait, never mind, there's just one picture. To make the whole page look a tad bit nicer, or should I use everyone's favorite word, pretty aesthetic. Also, by the way, this picture does not serve any purpose other than to make this page look pretty. Don't worry, Daddy still loves you. My homepage is divided into 6 sections: life, business ideas, creative, gaming review, movie review, and the good old mood board, which is basically my Spotify playlist. Which, by the way, doesn't play the whole freaking track because I don't have Spotify Premium and I $10 a month. Under the life category, I have different pages for different parts of my life. I mean, hence the name life category. I don't know what there is to explain about it, but I treat this category as a place where I can write things like self-improvement, bucket lists, etc. The first page I have here is my self-development page, where I jot down things about me that I want to improve on. It seems like a very cliche thing to do, but I feel like it's a good way to solidify the things that I want to improve about myself. I have different categories such as looks, which is all about physical health, relationships, so that I can improve my relationship with other human beings, and flaws, which is a list of my flaws. Moving on to the next page under the life category, we have my skincare routine. Not much is really in here, I only took down notes to know what kind of products I needed for my face. As you can see, I needed to buy products that contain the agent AH! And the other agent called BAH! Yeah. I'm a genius. As you see on the next page, we have my bucket list, and this is basically a page for As you can see on the next page, we have my bucket list, and yes, it's what the name suggests. It's a bucket list. I like that I can sort down my bucket list into different categories, like for example, travel, academics, etc. Hey look, even my YouTube milestone is here. Next up we have is Cloud9, which is just a page where I can put random thoughts that go into my head, and I can put them in text whenever I want to remember them in the future. For 2020 review, this page is practically an overview of last year. And it's practically like the main goals I want to improve on the new year. Hashtag when is this nightmare ending? Hashtag I hate this quarantine. The next category we have is business ideas. The first page here is some idea I have for a business in the future. You can kind of see the logo I made here. And secondly, this is the page for my metadata. It's a page for information about accounts and stuff because I forget a lot. I'm a forgetful dude. And lastly, on the first column, here we have the creative category. There are two pages in this category, my writing and my music page. For writing, I kind of want to write a book and publish one in the future. So this page acts as a hub for me to put down my ideas. For my music page, I don't know if you guys know, but some of my music on my channel are actually made by me. I make music sometimes, so this page is like a database for all my songs. I can see if I published it online or if I mastered the track, etc, etc. Pretty nifty-fifty. The right column is mainly for stuff about movies and games. The game review page is mainly for tracking down the games I played as well as ranking and reviewing them. And yes, I did rate Minesweeper higher than Warzone or Apex. And come on. You're practically running down for 10 minutes doing nothing in Battle Royale games. I mean, look at Minesweeper. The tension, the action. Like, look at this gameplay. Oh fuck. You gave me this. As for movie reviews, I keep a list of different movies, K-dramas, etc. And I really like to bring out the nerd side of me when it comes to reviewing movies and such. And Notion really does a great job of letting me do that. It lets me put a title, the genres, and the number of episodes, and my thoughts about the movies. And these reviews are totally not biased for Park Seo-joon. God, that man's beautiful. Alright, so the next page we have is my academics page. As you can see, there are many categories here, but pretty much all are structured based around my high school. So let's take a look at these pages. So here is my main page under senior year. Currently I'm in grade 11, so I use this page to track all of my grade 11 study content and notes. As you can see, I have all of my subjects here, neatly arranged. Next up we have is my database. This is just a place where I can take notes that are off topic outside my studies or my curriculum for grade 11. Before, when I had extra time, I used to study a bit of extra information in my free time. These pages are practically my whole notes of what I learned so far. Next up we have is my Anchify section. This is basically a checklist of stuff that I need to convert into flashcards. So for example, right here, I put Krebs cycle and Calvin cycle as well as brain anatomy. So later today, I need to transform these topics into flashcards. Next up we have is my exams category. Here I made separate pages for different exams that I need to take in the future. Don't ask me why I put MCAT, I just thought the logo looked pretty cool and that they would kind of make it look coherent. Okay, I'm sorry, never mind, I will delete it later. What's great is that I can take notes for each specific exam. For example, if I open the SAT, and as you can see, I have different notes for different resources I have about the SAT, as well as the different sections of the SAT, and as well as links to websites and other resources. And finally, we have extracurriculars. Under extracurriculars, these pages are where I take track of different competition or different certificates that I can get online to boost my portfolio. And over here, we have the next section. These are just different courses and books I am studying on the extra time that I used to have. But now I have no time because assignments and there are so many assignments, oh my god. And lastly, the section here under my academics page are the pages that are dedicated for my university. Just like the tables you saw earlier, I use this page to track all my universities that I might be applying to. This is great for condensing information that can be quite jarring when you're applying for university. This is great because I can click on any of these universities that I put down and it would open a page. In the pages of the universities, I manually wrote down the admission requirements so that I don't have to navigate to the website if ever I needed to check the requirements when I graduate high school. And for the scholarship page, this is basically a page to track if there are any available scholarships for any particular university. And finally, we have my favorite page of all time, my YouTube homepage. This is honestly the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. This is a great way to organize your YouTube ideas and other stuff. Video Core is basically a page where I list all of my videos ideas. It has everything there, my script, my ideas, everything. It's the bread and butter of this channel. Brainstorming is a blank page for me to basically jot down ideas without having a concrete video idea. Under networking, as you can see, there's a sponsor page. I have no idea why I made this page. I'm not even eligible to be monetized, and here I am making a page for sponsors. But if someone wants to sponsor a video, which you definitely should, this is a great list or a great page to track all my requirements and all the stuff when it comes to sponsored videos. Here is a little milestone goal. I have researched that it takes quite an average to get 1,000 subs. It takes an average of 52 videos for a channel to reach 1K subscribers. So, in case everyone wanted to know, I wanted to put a checklist so that I can check off my different milestones of my videos. Here under miscellaneous, I have different pages that are related to filming, emails, ideal links, and description templates. A shooting guide is a page that's technically a page for guiding me to shoot. Yeah, English. I put links and tips on how I shoot videos, and so that it's a great practice. This is a great practice for me whenever I'm filming. This email template page is so that whenever in the future I ever get an email and I needed to have a quick email template so that I can send in terms of business purposes, then I would copy from this template, and totally not because I'm lazy to type up an email manually. The Idea Palace, which is it's kind of inspired by Sherlock, is basically just a link to a website that helps me get ideas for search terms and titles for my future videos. And lastly, description template is, yeah, you guessed it, a description template for my YouTube videos. And there we go, my Notion tour. I'll be making a tutorial on how to make your Notion look aesthetic like mine, and how to organize your Notion, easily set up your own page, and organize your life with it. Again, this is not sponsored, although I really genuinely think that Notion is great for organizing your life and your thoughts and your studies and whatever. Life is your butter. Wait, I think it's life is your oyster. Oyster is your what if life gives you lemons. That being said, I hope you don't rely on it too much. There's always something that can go wrong with digital things, like if suddenly their service blew up or something, causing our data to be lost. So just a heads up, but overall, a great application. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked the tour of my Notion setup. Definitely subscribe for more videos like this. I'll be uploading a tutorial next week on how you can set up your Notion. And yes, I'm consistent. Yeah, you don't have to worry. What am I saying? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!